Welcome back to Bookish Dives. It's great to have you with us again.
Yeah, good to be back.
We've done a few of these journeys together, digging into some really incredible books, pulling out those key insights for you.
And today we're jumping into one that's, it's all about communication clarity. Donald Miller's Building a Story Brand. Clarify your message so customers will listen.
Right. It's a really fascinating look at why some messages stick and, frankly, why others just disappear. It's more than just tips. It's like a whole new way to think about connecting.
It really is, and Miller gets right to it. The main issue often isn't the product itself. It's that the message is just confusing.
Exactly. And his big kind of revolutionary idea, make your customer the hero, not your brand.
Which sounds simple, but it goes against so much of the marketing we see, doesn't it? That sort of ego-driven stuff.
Totally. So yeah, our mission today is to unpack Miller's StoryBrand framework. We want to give you those essential nuggets so you can clarify your message, really connect with your audience, and, grow whatever it is you're building.
Get ready for a few aha moments, I think.
I think so too. Okay, let's jump straight into part one. The core problem. Why most marketing, fails. Miller doesn't pull punches. He says companies just pour money down the drain on marketing that doesn't work.
And it's almost always about how they talk, not what they're selling.
Right.
He has this great line, words sell things. You can have the prettiest website, the slickest brochure, but if the words are muddled, it's just noise.
Noise, yeah. He uses this really vivid analogy. If your message isn't clear, it's like holding a bullhorn up to a monkey.
Yeah, nobody's listening. It's just loud.
So true. And he explains why this happens, looking at how our brains actually process information. He mentions a neuroscientist friend, Mike.
Right, Mike.
Who points out the brain's #1 job, survival, thriving. It's constantly scanning our environment for things related to, Maslow's hierarchy.
Food, shelter, safety, relationships, meaning the core stuff.
Exactly. And this is where so many brands get it wrong, according to Miller. Mistake #1, ignoring those survival needs.
Yeah, they talk about their, company history or their internal goals, what Mike calls the chairs in the room.
Instead of focusing on the exits, right, what actually helps the customer survive or thrive in some way? If there's a fire, you don't care about the chairs.
You want the exit. Exactly. And the second mistake, making the brain work too hard, burning too many calories.
The brain's lazy, essentially. It wants to conserve energy.
So if your message is confusing, complex, just full of jargon and noise, people just, poof, tune it out. Miller says it's like being on a mental treadmill. If they have to jog the whole time we're talking, they'll just stop listening.
Okay, so complexity is the enemy. How do we fix it? How do we get simple and sticky?
Story. That's Miller's answer. Story is the secret weapon.
And not just for entertainment.
No. It's a cognitive tool. He calls it the most powerful tool for organizing information simply and keeping attention. It's a sense-making device.
Sense-making. I like that. It clarifies what someone wants, the challenges, the plan.
Exactly. He compares it to music versus noise. Music works because it has rules, structure. It engages the brain. Story does the same thing with its own formula.
Which brings us to the grunt test. Love this.
Oh, yeah, it's brilliant.
Can a caveman look at your website and immediately just grunt what you offer?
How it makes my life better.
And what I need to do to buy it.
It's brutally effective, isn't
Yeah.
it? Because how many websites have you landed on where you're just lost, like that caveman?
Oh, constantly. You just tune out immediately if it's confusing.
And he gives that great example of Kyle Schultz, the fireman turned photographer.
Right. Quadrupled his sales.
Yeah, just by simplifying his website. Went from 900 words down to under 300. He stopped talking jargon and focused on what the customer actually wanted.
Which was?
Take those great pictures where the background is blurry. Simple, direct. It connected. That clarity made all the difference.
Such a powerful case study. Okay, so this naturally leads us into Miller's secret formula, the SP7 framework. This is where he really breaks down how stories work.
Yeah, this is the core of it, a 7-part formula. He calls it a summation of best practices from thousands of years of storytelling.
And it works because it taps into a path that's already well-worn in our brains.
Exactly. These 7 parts create what he calls a brand script, your clear story, and the nutshell version is this.
Lay it on us.
A character who wants something encounters a problem before they can get it. At the peak of their despair, a guide steps into their lives, gives them a plan, and calls them to action. That action helps them avoid failure and ends in a success.
Boom. That's the blueprint. Okay, let's unpack those 7 elements, starting with 1, a character.
Crucial point here. The customer is the hero, not your brand.
You're Yoda, they're Luke Skywalker. It seems obvious, but so many companies still miss this, don't they?
Absolutely. They want to be the hero. But the first step is defining what your hero, the customer, actually wants. Something specific related to you.
Not just vague stuff.
No, like a luxurious, restful experience from a hotel or a hassle-free MBA, something concrete. This opens up what Miller calls a story gap.
Creates tension.
Yeah.
Makes people want to move forward, like a cliffhanger.
Exactly. And he stresses, pare it down. Focus on one main desire. Don't clutter it up.
Keep it simple. And ideally link it to one of those survival needs we talked about, economic, social, emotional.
Right, because the customer's underlying question is always, can this brand really help me get what I want? They just need to know, like that hitchhiker, where are you going?
Okay, makes sense. Element 2 has a problem.
Every good story needs conflict, right? A villain.
Doesn't have to be a person, though.
No, but it needs personified characteristics.
Yeah.
Like distractions for software or dust bunnies for a mop. Something to fight against.
And Miller says the villain needs 4 traits: root source, relatable, singular, real. But the real insight here, I think, is the 3 levels of conflict.
Yes, this is huge. External, internal, and philosophical problems.
Most brands just talk about the external problem, right? The
Yeah.
obvious thing. Leaky pipe, need food, ugly lawn.
Yeah, the surface level. But the real motivator, the thing that drives purchases, is the internal problem.
The frustration, the self-doubt, the embarrassment.
Exactly. Apple didn't just sell computers. They sold a solution to feeling intimidated by computers. CarMax tackled the internal dread of dealing with a pushy used car salesman.
That's the engine. And then the philosophical problem, that adds the why.
It elevates it. Why is this situation fundamentally wrong or unjust? Bad people shouldn't win. Everyone deserves fair treatment. It taps into bigger values.
So the ultimate brand promise, Miller says, solves all 3 at once.
Like Tesla. External. Need a car. Internal. Want to be innovative. An early adopter. Philosophical. Want to help save the environment. Boom, boom, boom.
Or Nespresso. Better coffee, feel sophisticated, shouldn't need to be a barista. Got it. Okay, element 3, and meets a guide.
Another critical shift. Customers aren't looking for another hero. They need a guide.
Like Gandalf, Yoda, Haymitch.
Right. The hero is often flawed, full of doubt. They need someone to encourage them, equip them. If the hero just solves their own problems easily, the story's boring.
And the fatal mistake brands make.
Positioning themselves as the hero. Customers are already the main character in their own lives. They're looking for a guide to help them.
He mentions the Jay-Z title launch failure.
Perfect example.
Yeah.
They made the artists the heroes, not the customers. Big mistake.
So what makes a good guide? 2 things, right?
Empathy and authority.
Empathy first. Showing you understand their pain, their frustration.
Yeah, saying things like, we understand how it feels to, or like you, we are frustrated by. Building that trust. Think Bill Clinton's I feel your pain.
Or Oprah, just making people feel seen and heard.
Exactly. Then comes authority. Demonstrating competence, but without bragging.
How do you do that effectively?
Testimonials are huge. Miller likes 3. Statistics work well, like 125,000 users trust us, awards, client logos, things that show expertise.
Trust first, then respect. Okay. So the guide connects with empathy, shows authority. But the customer might still be hesitant. What's next?
The guide needs to give them 4. A plan. Customers trust a guide who has a clear path forward.
Because buying something feels risky, right? It's a commitment.
Totally. Miller uses the image of a customer at the edge of a rushing creek, waterfall downstream. The plan is like placing big stones in the creek. It makes the crossing feel safe, possible.
It creates clarity. Answers that question. Okay, what do I actually do now? Without it, confusion wins.
And there are 2 main types of plans. A process plan, just 3 to 6 simple steps to buy or use the product, like scheduled appointment, create plan, execute plan. Super clear.
And the other.
An agreement plan. This is more about alleviating fears. A list of shared values or guarantees, like a customer satisfaction agreement. It works more in the background.
And he says to give your plan a name.
Yeah, like easy installation plan or world's best night's sleep plan. It just adds perceived value, makes it feel more concrete.
Okay, guide, plan, now we need action, element 5, and calls them to action.
This is key. People don't just act. Customers, like characters in stories, need to be challenged, prompted.
Brands can be too passive here.
Way too passive. You need clear, bold, repeated calls to action. That buy now button needs to be obvious. Miller even tells that funny story about dating his wife. Clear communication was essential.
Huh, right. And there are two kinds of calls to action.
Direct ones leading straight to a sale. Order now, call today, buy now. Unmistakable.
And transitional ones.
These are lower risk. Offering something valuable for free to kind of on-ramp the customer,
Yeah.
build the relationship first.
Like watch a webinar, download a free PDF, get a free trial.
Exactly. StoryBrand's own 5 things your website should include. PDF is a prime example. Generated millions because it offered real value first.
That health clinic example was good too, swapping magazines for a checklist lead generator.
Yeah, smart move. Built a list, nurtured leads automatically. Okay, next up. 6. That helps them avoid failure.
Stakes. Every story needs stakes. What happens if the hero doesn't succeed?
Exactly. You have to define the negative consequences. What no good, terrible, awful thing might happen if they don't use your product or service.
Like Allstate's Mayhem campaign.
Perfect example. Showing the potential disasters, humorously, to highlight why you need insurance. Miller calls it the fear appeal. Gently agitate the fear, then offer the solution.
So you brainstorm what your customer stands to lose. Confusion, wasted money, staying stuck.
Right. It creates urgency. But use it like salt, Miller says. Just enough to add flavor, not too much to overwhelm.
Got it. And finally, the payoff. 7. And ends in a success.
Never assume people know how you'll change their lives. You have to paint the picture. Tell them.
Show them the happy ending. People want to be taken somewhere.
So offer that clear, specific, aspirational vision. We're going to put a man on the moon. That kind of clarity.
Visualize the before and after. How will their life look, feel? What's their new status?
And Miller identifies 3 main types of successful endings people desire. Winning power or status.
Like access, scarcity, premium offerings.
Finding union or completeness, like reducing anxiety, saving time.
Or achieving self-realization or acceptance inspiration, reaching potential.
The key is simple. Show how you resolve their external, internal, and philosophical problems. Put smiley, happy people on your website. Show them the rich, creamy taste of heaven or the adventure to remember. Make it tangible.
Okay, that's the SB7 framework. Powerful stuff. But then Miller goes deeper in part 3.
Yeah, he talks about what might be the deepest motivation. People want your brand to participate in their transformation.
It's not just about solving a problem. It's about becoming someone different, someone better.
Exactly. Heroes and stories always transform, right? They have a character arc. Flawed to competent, doubting to courageous.
And smart brands tap into that. They define who their customer wants to become, their aspirational identity.
Like the Gerber Knives Hello Trouble campaign. It's not selling steel, it's selling the identity of being tough, adventurous, competent.
And the guide the brand affirms that transformation, tells the hero, you're different now, you've done it. Like Obi-Wan telling Luke to trust the Force.
The Dave Ramsey example is spot on here too. It's financial advice, sure, but it's also a whole narrative.
Debt is dumb. Cash is king.
Right. He helps people transform from feeling confused and ill-equipped to feeling competent and smart. And they celebrate with that debt-free scream. It's pure transformation.
That's incredibly powerful. Okay, so we get the theory, the framework, the deeper motivation. How do we actually do this? Part 4, the StoryBrand marketing roadmap.
Right. Because a brand script is useless if you don't implement it. Miller gives 5 practical, almost free things you can do, starting with your website.
Step 1.
1. Create a one-liner. A better way to answer what do you do. It's like a log line for your business.
And I have those 4 parts: character, problem, plan, success.
Exactly. So for busy moms, it might be, we provide busy moms with a short, meaningful workout plan they can use to stay healthy and have renewed energy, success.
And the key is to memorize it, get your whole team to memorize it, put it everywhere.
Website, email signatures, business cards, turns everyone into a walking billboard, basically.
Okay, number 2.
2. Create a lead generator and collect email addresses. Offer something valuable for free in exchange for that email, a transitional call to action.
Because you need to cut through the noise, build that relationship.
And establish authority. Could be a downloadable guide, a webinar, a free trial, samples, whatever.
Give it an irresistible title. Feature it prominently, maybe even a pop-up after 10 seconds.
Yeah, be generous with the free value. It pays off. Then, step 3, create an automated email drip campaign.
This is like having a sales team working 24/7, pre-written emails that go out automatically.
2 types, primarily. A nurturing campaign, regular valuable emails. Talk problem, explain plan, describe success, add a PS.
And then maybe every 3rd or 4th email.
An offer and call to action email. Talk problem, describe your product solution, describe success, direct call to action. Use tools like MailChimp. Start small, but get it going.
Crucial. Okay, fourth step.
4, collect and tell stories of transformation. We love stories, especially about change. So capture customer transformation stories.
Go beyond just they were great. Ask specific questions.
Right. What was the problem? How did it feel? What was different about us? When did it click? What's life like now? Get that narrative arc.
And use those stories everywhere. Emails, videos.
Absolutely. Transformation sells. And finally, 5, create a system that generates referrals.
Don't just hope for word of mouth. Systematize it.
Identify your best customers. Give them a reason to share, maybe an educational video they can send to friends. Offer a reward.
Like a refund, commission, coupons, and open house.
Yeah. Find what works and then automate that system too. Make it easy for people to refer you.
Wow. Okay, that's a lot, but it's such a clear roadmap. As we wrap up, it feels like the core message of building a story brand is just clarity.
Utterly. Your ability to communicate simply with empathy, showing your authority, that's your biggest asset.
And these ideas, they're not just to think about, they're for doing. You take these principles, apply them.
And your message starts cutting through that noise. It connects.
Miller's final thought really sums it up. If you confuse, you'll lose.
But if you clarify your message, customers will listen. It's that simple and that profound. This framework gives you the path to clarity.
We really hope this deep dive has sparked some ideas for you, maybe giving you a new lens to look at your own communication.
Yeah, think about how you can apply this stuff.
And for more insights like this, exploring transformative books that can impact your business and life, definitely follow Bookish Dives wherever you get your content.
We really enjoy digging into these stories with you.
Absolutely. Thanks for joining us.